we are in the Blue Wolf. Is that right?
Yes.
We're in the Blue.
That's what I'm assuming.
Yes, I think.
Because I've forgotten what we.
I thought it was the Longboat, but
No, it's the Blue Wolf. We went to the Blue Wolf. This is me and Olwe's first time.
Yeah, sharing a room. Sharing a room.
We were sharing a room in the Longboat last time. Now we're all in different rooms.
In different rooms. They're on in the Blue Wolf, and you've stayed there for the night. And you have been told by Ulrich, the chieftain of Mickleborough, that you are free to go. The gates have already been opened. Very few travellers have gone in and out at the moment, but I'm sure word will spread real quickly that passage is acceptable again now through Mickleborough back to the jetties and to the back to the ships, as well as to the farmlands and to the mines, and then everybody will start exiting and entering Mickleborough again. Obviously, the first, the number one suspect is Winston.
Number one suspect, that is him.
Okay. Yeah. So everybody's on the lookout for Winston. There was no visible remains found in the burned out theatre wardrobe building. So he's presumed to be at large, and escaped and at large, and probably dangerous.
Probably.
Strong possibility he could well be dangerous. So you are free to leave Mickleborough whenever you choose. Each one of our adventurers receive 5 gold pieces.
Yay.
To
Money.
compensation for your delay and for payment of your services, and to reimburse you for any equipment that you may have lost or used in your investigation.
Did we use any equipment? I don't think we did we?
It's part of an agreement that was made when you took up the
No, we didn't.
The job. Just in case you use any potions, or if you used anything like that, or anything that you require, you do the reimbursement of 5 gold pieces, and all that's kind of included in one payment. That's 5 gold pieces each. So Always has 5 gold pieces, Theo has 5 gold pieces, and Estel has 5 gold pieces. Morwen, who is still with you, this very tall Duoden female ranger, who we've established has been a friend of Gandalf and a friend of Aragorn at some point, who's been told to keep an eye out for you. She has not received payment, and she is still viewed as being a strange character in Mickleborough, and she has agreed to accompany you because of a prior agreement with Gandalf and Aragorn. On your journey to the Hall of the Elven Kings to speak to the King under the Hill.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're in the Blue Wolf. It is morning. You slept for a good while. It is the previous day was a nice bright sunny day. Today is a little chilly, but it's still very bright.
Oh God.
Theo,
yeah.
Are you awake?
I'm awake. I'm heading downstairs.
Yeah, before you head downstairs, you look out of the window and look into the main street, and you see that today everybody seems to be today seems to be different to what it was yesterday. Everybody seems to be a little bit more happy, a little more jolly, a little bit more free-flowing people. Gossip seems to be less of, and it's more back to regular, everyday village life.
Is it like when I first arrived, or was it
Pretty
a little
much.
bit less busy?
And it's not like as it was when you arrived, like before the murder of the Kingsmen. It's back to as you would typically find an everyday, easygoing, down to earth kind of agricultural farming, manufacturing, small village, like little town kind of thing.
Okay.
You're heading downstairs, yeah?
Yeah, I'm gonna head downstairs.
I just want to know when he wakes up. Like,
Run out
is
the
it
door.
before 8 hours of my sleep time?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not much, but yeah. Before so Theo's awake, he's heading downstairs.
I'm probably only half an hour earlier
about
than
half an hour,
so,
30 minutes
yeah.
or so.
Like,
Yeah.
okay.
You'll head to bed about the same time. It wasn't majorly late. It wasn't early as in the morning, but it wasn't really early either. So it was a respectable hour, and you have about 30 minutes left, zellie, and then you begin to stir and you can wake up. Olwe is already gone through a meditation kind of thing, and she's just sitting on the edge of the bed. Theo, you're heading downstairs. You're not too sure which room Morwen took or where she's at, or even she's still asleep. You head downstairs and you can see that there is the original the waitress that has been there for the previous 3 days, and she is sweeping the floor as she does normally every morning, and she is just straightening up the chairs and the tables and that sort of thing. And the barman is downstairs and he is just washing glasses in a wooden kind of barrel sink. Okay, he's basically just ducking the glasses under. He's using a couple of old rags and he's just washing these glasses out. The glasses aren't exactly like pristine, clean glasses. They are quite a novelty to have actual glassware, but they are blown glass and there are deformities, rainbow effects, different colours, bubbles in the glass. So they are quite nice, you know what I mean? They are kind of small luxury, but they're not cut glass as you would find in Rivendell.
Okay, fair enough. Can I speak to the barman and ask him if there is any food ready for breakfast?
Are you singing this? Is
Sorry.
there any
For
food?
breakfast.
Is it still too early? I don't know.
No, it's not too early. He says yes, he can whip you up some muffins.
Can I have a muffin and a drink?
Muffin and a drink, yep.
I will sit in a corner somewhere.
Okay. He says yeah, he'll bring them out when they're ready.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, after about 15 minutes or so, he comes over with a plate of muffins, a small pot of jam. Each of the muffins has been toasted.
Nom 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 nom.
Okay.
Nice.
And there is a small glass of mineral water.
Cool.
To go with it. Okay. There's also a small little vine of grapes with 6 grapes on it.
Nom 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 nom.
Nice.
Nice.
What would I roughly know how much all this would be? Because I don't want to keep asking him how much. So, like, would I say I would know roughly, or because I've already purchased food from here before?
Yeah. A typical meal in any place in Middle Earth is usually like 1 copper piece, if it's prepared for you.
Okay.
Okay. That's the base price, and they can go up to 1. So there's 1 copper, 1 bronze, 1 silver. A 1 silver would be something that would resemble like high-end dining.
Okay.
Okay, that's per meal.
So what would this meal cost me?
This is just 1 copper piece.
Okay. Right, there you go. I'll give him the copper piece then.
Copper piece, yeah, 1 copper piece. Yeah, 1 copper piece is a normal meal.
Okay.
Okay, a silver piece would be high-end dining. Yes, and that would be the maximum. That would be like if you wanted to put on a wedding party or a buffet or some kind of celebration catering thing. Yes.
While he's there, I say to him, because he's just brought me the plate, I've given him a copper piece, and I give him an extra 4 more copper pieces for the other 4 that I was staying with if they want any food.
Okay.
So when they come down, they order. They can just done.
Yeah. He's got some muffins. He's got some breads, and he's got some cereals and things like that. Nuts and berries as well as fruit, and he's got some cheese and jams, and that sort of stuff. Basically, like a continental breakfast. He's got some cooked hams, and you know, that kind of thing. Some different assortment of pastries. So nothing hot. Okay.
No.
Nothing hot.
That's cool. Yep.
It's all just basically just grab and go food. Okay, that's usually what constitutes of a breakfast.
And now I'm just going to eat, and while I take a bite, I'm just going to slam my head against the table. Like,
Boom.
pretty much.
Oh wait, you need this sound effect.
Okay.
Did that
you hit
come out
yourself
right?
I don't know, it was just a thump.
Yeah.
Did you hit yourself?
No.
You probably did.
No.
Brain damage this way.
Damage.
It's with a book. It's fine.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, you just hit your head off the table.
It's with a book.
I'm sulking a bit.
I
this
is
morning.
smart.
Theo is a bit annoyed. He is a bit annoyed. He's a bit peed. That he feels that he's let that person get away.
Yes.
He hasn't been
Pissed
able to
off
judge it,
of
but he
jerk-ass.
feels very peed off.
They probably feel like that, yes. You'd feel like that person got away.
A
or,
jackass got away.
something like that, yeah. Zellie.
Do I wake from my slumber?
You do.
Slumber.
You know what?
It was slumber.
You wake up, you roll over and you see Olwe sitting on the side of her bed.
Are we sharing rooms? I thought I was in my own room.
No. You see Olwe sitting on the side of her bed. And she's just sitting there, quite comfortable, just kind of like tootling to herself.
Kind of what kind of
Twiddling
tune?
her
Like,
thumbs and all that.
Yeah, she's kind of twiddling her thumbs. She's sitting on the bed. She's sitting on the side of the bed with her feet on the floor, and she's like staring at her feet, and she's just like twiddling her thumbs and just kind of singing a small little tune to herself.
what was the little tune she's singing?
You don't recognise it. You don't recognise the little tune. It seems to be Elven in origin or Elven in style, but not from Rivendell. You haven't heard it from Rivendell. She kind of she sings it, but she doesn't sing it. She like just mutters it to herself, like really quietly.
Is she whispering a spell in secret? Oh my god!
Oh god. So you roll over, and that's what you can see. That's what you can see. See Olwe just sitting there, and she's just looking at her feet. She's looking down the floor, and she just seems to be just like tootling this little song to herself. You don't recognise the tune, but you guess it's something that Olwe is familiar with, and but you haven't heard it before. You haven't heard it in Rivendell. Okay.
Well, I'm gonna stretch.
All right. Okay. You stretch.
I don't know if that noise would alert her that I've woken up.
And she notices you. Okay, she raises her head and she notices you're awake.
It's like a dog or a cat when they stretch on a bed. All the legs and arms go out straight.
Yeah, like.
Yeah, she stretches and she says, "Did you sleep okay?"
Think so.
Oh God. No.
I think so.
You? Because I know before we slept, we had an angry Theo next door.
Oh yeah.
Going. I don't know.
There's a little bit of like, yeah,
Frustration.
a little bit of anger coming through the walls. A few bad vibes maybe. But yeah, he seemed like he quieted down and he seemed that he just went to sleep. She just laid back on the bed and she kind of just says she just meditated for a little bit, and then she was up and she was about, and then she went back to meditation, and she's been up again since about just after dawn.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. How do you think yesterday went?
Well, it could have gone better.
Oh yeah.
Could have gone better. She explains to you that the reason why it could have gone better. Okay.
Yeah.
Oops.
The reason it could have gone better.
The reason it could have gone better was because I'm just typing something else.
Your
Right.
secrets. Oh yeah. No. Oh no.
There you go. So she confides that in you, and she's been thinking about it all night.
Oh. It's fine.
Yeah.
I got grabbed by him. Oh, that reminds me. I should check on my hand. How's my hand doing?
Your hand's fine. Your hand's fine.
Does that mean I can take off the bandage
You can take
and
the
stuff?
bandage now. All you got to do now is you got a minor itch.
Yeah,
A
put the
scar.
antiseptic
Yes, it's got
all over
all
my
over your
arm
hand,
and hand. from the antiseptic bottle.
Yeah,
a few more uses of those now.
Yeah, you can take the bandage off. It's quite fine, and it feels okay. It just feels it's a little itchy at times.
I don't know if I still want to kind of wrap it a little bit, just to at least protect the scars.
Oh God.
Might do that.
Hide it from my beautiful skin.
I know. Don't look at me. I don't have any scars under this bandage.
That's up to you. That's up to you.
Bandage up again. Just in case.
Okay, you rebandage your arm. Lee.
Yes.
Theo, you're downstairs, and Morwen comes down the stairs.
I give her just a little nod if she sees me.
You give a little nod, and she kind of nods back, and she goes over to the barkeep and orders a small rum cocktail.
Wow, a bit early in the morning. It's fine. I'm just I'm buttering my scone thing.
Theo's buttering a scone, and Morwen is
buttering it up for you.
And the barman, the landlord, he takes a small little silver thumble size tumbler out and pours a small measure of dry white rum into the small little measuring cylinder, and Morwen kind of looks at it, lifts it up, stares in the mirror opposite the bar across her in the bar, the back of the bar. There's like a very large mirror, and she can see everybody sitting behind her. Yeah, like all the seats. She can see all the seats and everybody who's sitting in the bar. And then she says she raises up this small little tankard. She smiles, and then she just swallows the rum, and then puts it back down on the counter.
It's very good.
Theo continues to butcher his scone.
I'm eating my scones, battering them. Yeah, I'm just having food for a little while.
Okay. Zellie? Estel? Olwe is now, she's off the bed, and she's gone over to her backpack, and she's just checking that everything that is in it should be in it, and just making sure that everything's all in one piece, and just making sure that things are all there and present and correct.
I guess let's get some breakfast. I want to talk with everyone together.
Okay, she she says that sounds like a good idea. You might want to, looking at her backpack and looking at a few like other bits and pieces that are laid around, you might want to consider acquiring some new gear before we head out of this place.
Yeah.
We're not going to see much of a civilization from when we cross the river.
Yeah, that's true. I was thinking of doing some shopping once we have breakfast and stuff, so. Cool.
Okay. Both of you heading downstairs?
Yep.
You head downstairs and you see the barman.
Theo going up the door. No, I'm joking.
You see Morwen sitting at the...
You can leave if you want, but I'm going to stop you.
See Morwen sitting at the bar, and she has now folded her hands on the bar. In front of her hands, like her crossed hands, approximately 6 inches away from her forehead, which is now resting on her hands, is a small little silver tumbler, which looks like it's had some liquid in it. And all of her red hair is kind of fallen over her face, covering her. And in the far corner of the room, you can see Theo buttering scones.
So they're in two separate tables.
Yeah.
She's at the bar.
She's at the bar, and she's kind of just like taken a quick drink, and then folded her hands and just dropped her head onto her hands, like she's just like almost flaked out on the bar kind of thing.
I'm at a back table eating.
Uh-huh.
And Theo seems to be having breakfast, serving up buttered scones.
I guess I'll go up to the bar area and have, be like, hey, Morwen, Why don't you just join with Theo? We are going to be seeing that too, so come on. Well, I think we need to talk together for the morning.
Okay.
Yeah, I seem like I'm a little bit more like kind of used to it and kind of seem slightly more optimistic than usual.
Optimistic than usual. She says, "Oh, okay. I guess like one of her primary job was to make sure that you get to where you're supposed to be going to. So can't hurt, can it?" And she gets herself off the bar stool and she goes over and sits, walks over towards Theo and Theo's table.
I'm going to order something, and or we can order something. I don't know what she wants. I'll be like, what's there?
No, Olwe wants the end of a crusty loaf and a glass of milk.
End?
What does the chef have baked?
Baked?
Yeah.
He's got bread.
Mm.
He's got muffins.
Mm.
He's got crumpets, and he's got scones.
Gonna have a slice of toast, a muffin, and a crumpet. And...
Bacon, eggs.
and... some water.
Some water.
Are you sure you're an elf?
Why?
How do you eat?
It's just a slice of toast, a muffin, and a crumpet. It's one of each.
Okay.
Okay.
Jeez.
Always says that she'll just take the end of a loaf and a glass of milk.
And I had an 8-hour sleep. I need to eat, man.
Yeah, you rested so well. You're hungry.
The barman says, "Yeah, no problem. I'll bring them over."
How much is it?
It's the gentleman's already paid.
Oh. Thank you, anyway.
So he smiles politely, and then he goes into the kitchen, and you can hear him opening the cupboards, and like what you can tell is cutting slices of bread with probably would be a kitchen knife.
Nom, 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 nom.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll go sit down and hopefully it comes over, right?
He'll bring it over.
He said
He'll bring it over. When it's ready, he'll bring it all over.
Cool. I sit down.
Olwe goes over, sits down.
Now, how are we sitting on this table? I want to know our seating plan.
Who can kick who under the table?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if that happens. It will probably happen. I don't know.
Oh, it might do. Yeah. You kicked the wrong person.
Oi, it's me. Why are you
I'm
kicking
sitting
me
on the
for?
chair near the back wall, so...
Oh wait, Morwen will sit with her back to the wall.
So wait, how am I gonna?
So
I'm
what,
gonna
she's
draw
sitting next
this.
to me
I'm
then?
gonna draw this.
Oh god, you're gonna
So-
draw. Where are you drawing it?
So
Oh,
it's
yeah.
a square table.
It is a round table.
It's a round table.
Should be in one of the corners.
It's in one of the corners, yes.
Yeah.
So it's in a corner, like that.
Pretty much, yes.
Yeah. So I'm in one
Theo's
corner.
coming here.
Yeah, and then Maureen will be on
Morwen
there.
will sit
Morwen
with
will
her
be-
back to the table, but where she can see the exit.
So that's probably better then, yeah. Because the exit's
There?
over here.
And then the exit will be there?
Yeah.
I'll be here. Why, I don't know. I don't know. Well, Olwe went to sit first, so maybe she's...
Always
I
there,
don't-
and you're opposite. Do it that way.
Uh.
Always and then you.
always here. And I'm
Okay.
here.
Right, okay. So round the table we have Morwen is sitting opposite Estel. Next to Morwen, on Morwen's left, there is Theo. And
Yep.
then on Theo's left there is Olwe, and on Olwe's left there is Estel. Around the table, okay?
That's terrible drawing.
Yeah, I know. We got the idea. We got the idea. That's the seating arrangement. Okay. Morwen can see the exit. Theo can see the exit. Olwe can see the staircase that you originally came down on the bar. And Estel has her back to the exit, and her back to the stairs, and her back to the bar.
Entire world.
She
That's
stays.
actually great. I don't have to look at people.
No, well, you can just look at these three.
Yeah, that's the only people I need to look at.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
So.
How was your night, Theo?
Oh god.
That is okay. Why?
You know, you're making strange noises.
Well,
Okay.
My mind went south.
are you listening?
I need to listen when it goes through the weird walls.
I will say I was a little bit miffed that he managed to get away last night. I was a bit peed off. I can't believe he managed to get away like that so easily.
Nah, we will find him.
Always says, do you think we'll see him again?
I hope so. I want to kill him now.
I think we will, definitely. I mean...
You mean...
I don't know if it's good news or not, but...
I'm buttering another scone.
I'll Well, just so you know, I'll be trying to keep tabs on him.
Okay. Morwen wants to know how you're going to be able to do that, because you don't know where he's at.
Yeah, so do I.
You're going to keep tabs on him. Where?
What?
With the power of dreams. I'm keeping tabs on him.
Okay.
So we will see him again, definitely. I'll make sure of it.
Okay.
I will mention though, like when I did my spell on him, he knew it was a spell straight away and he cancelled it. So if somehow your magical dream thing reacts to him like a spell or something, where he's able to sense it, it may backfire on you. I don't know how your dream thing works. Just giving you the heads up. Be very careful. I don't want him finding out where we are without us knowing where
could
he
work
is.
both ways, yeah.
I don't know, it's mostly... I don't know if it's similar, because... I mean, what kind of spell did you use again? Was it like a...
Mine was like an essence sort of detection thing. But he broke it after I detected what was in
But
there.
I was trying to peer through in a place, right?
But it was only in a certain area. I wasn't physically on him. I was doing it in the room, and he detected it.
Always listen to this very intently. The barman brings over your meals and gives Olwe a glass of milk.
Oh, thank you.
And then leaves.
And leaves.
And goes back to the bar.
Okay. I guess I've never really thought of that, but I think my way is different from yours.
Just saying, just be extremely careful.
If you want me to explain to you how my idea is working.
It's working.
Can do, if you want.
It's working?
Because mine is not so much as a detecting something at a range or something, which it will be an instant knowledge of what's currently going on. While mine is more of a, I'll cast it myself, I'll think about a topic I would like to know about, and in this case last night I thought of Winston. Then I'll dream about it for a period of time. It's quite a lengthy 8 hour. Ugh. I'm used to just the 4 hours, but 8 hours. And then it will give either vision or something visual in my dream that says, oh, something about this character that you want to know about, and sometimes it might be weird.
Well, that dream becomes though, because if something that you've not seen before, you're getting some sort of like premonition, is it? Like almost a premonition from that character?
Well, it could be
or
something.
It's going
It
to
could be a memory.
like a future sight.
It's either a vision, because if you want.
If it's a vision, you're piercing through the time, aren't you? Really, to find him and find out that's going to happen. And then that's a spell to get to him, and he can detect something that's on him.
The kind of like little side script that people don't think, like, you can't really tell if it's like a present or a memory or a future thing that might happen. So could be either of them. So he kind of could be heading towards what I saw him.
He could already have done certain things that you're seeing. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. Or he's yet to do it.
Could he not be making a plan to say that, okay, she's going to be detecting me on this, I'm going to do all these things, she's going to then go to that place thinking I'm there,
Well,
I'm gonna slaughter her then, because she thinks I'm standing in that position, in that area, in that thing, because I showed her in the dream. Because I made the dream show you what I wanted to show it.
well, in the dream he was
I
hurt,
don't understand. I don't
and
understand
he was in a
your
dark
thing.
forest, going towards a dark tower, I think it was.
A dark tower. Morwen. Is that her name, Morwen?
Yeah, Morwen. Yeah.
In the bar where we first met you, or the bar when Estel was talking to you in the corner.
Yeah, they're both bad.
That's it. I was talking to some mercenaries down there.
Yes.
They were talking about a ruined tower in the Mirkwood Forest.
Mm-hmm.
Is that true? Is there an actual ruined tower in the Mirkwood Forest?
It's not so much as a ruined tower. There was a elf city, an elf fortress, considerably large, but in the Second Age it was overrun by Sauron and the Witch King of Agmar and the Nine Riders and all that kind of stuff, and orcs and all that kind of stuff. And was ever since it's been lost. It was originally one of the fortress towers of part of Lothlorien, but they lost that in a Great War, and that place became deserted, and when it was destroyed, and nobody had resided in there. It was just an empty ruin up until about 100 years ago.
Right. Okay.
And then Gandalf went to check something out there, and he found out that it was one of the Dark Riders, one of the Nine, had taken up residence there, and was creating and twisting and conceiving evil plans.
But it's unlikely this ruined tower that Estel was talking about. It's the same one then, yeah? It's very unlikely.
There's numerous towers. There's Minas Morgul, which is like across the river from Osgiliath. There is Amon Sewell, which is the one like the Weathertop, where the great battle between elves and man was fought against Sauron. There's numerous dark towers all over the place, but in the case of a dark wood as well, the only two that would fall into that possibility would be the one in Mirkwood or the one or Isengard, which is near Fangorn Forest.
Right. Okay.
She needs no more information. Like, was the tower in the woods, or was the tower near the woods?
No, it's because I saw Winston traveling towards a dark tower in a dark forest.
Then it was probably somewhere in Mirkwood.
See, now I know I want to kill this guy badly, but we're not prepared for him. Nowhere near. He's much more skilled than we are. Like, I couldn't get my sword nowhere near him when I was trying to stab, like, put my sword up to his throat almost. He lightning bolted himself and shot all of us away from him, and he got up and ran away after that.
And he managed to just about resist my spell.
Always says it sounds like he's like.
He's an ass. That's right.
Well, yeah, but she says it sounds like he's receiving assistance from somebody. From what you've described,
well,
from what you mentioned,
we sort of sensed the Nazgul in that room.
Well, he was communicating with a Nazgul lord.
Yeah.
Then dark being of dark presence, who probably lives in a dark tower.
And we know this quest that we've been given to do stuff. We know the other part is to do with the other, to do with these Nazguls and all that. This doesn't bode well if they're in the place here.
Release is warned if he is in Mirkwood, which I assume it probably is.
If it's a dark wood in Mirkwood, can he come?
May cross paths again through there if he hasn't got there yet.
Always says that, but you saw him in your dream going through a dark wood to a dark tower.
Yeah, but it could be he's going to do it, or he's already done it, or he's currently doing it as I was dreaming it.
You said you saw him burnt as well, yeah? Or injured,
like
you said he was injured.
Yeah, he was still injured from his own, spell that he did on himself. and, still kind of the arm and everything, and he was trying to hobble his way.
Were you able to tell if it was daytime or nighttime?
It was dark forest. I couldn't tell what time it was.
It was black, so it was black.
It's really dark.
It was really dark, yeah.
Okay.
It was really dark.
Because it could have happened early this morning. As soon as those gates up, he could have just gone.
Yeah, exactly.
Or he could have done it last night without us even realising.
All he says the more she listens to it, the more she's convinced that he seems to have received outside, influences or outside insistence.
What do you mean by outside influences and assistances? Do you think there's another group actually controlling him or giving him power?
Probably giving him power, like using him as a vessel.
See, that's what I think the Nazgul were doing at the time. But I don't think
Nazgul are more than capable of being able to do that, to possess. Especially the weak-minded, or them that are lusting after power. They can use the serpents.
Okay, I mean... So you're saying we may see him sometime again, which is good. I like that notion. But if we see him soon, we're not prepared for him. If he knows we're trying to get to the king under the mountain, under the hill, and he's trying to stop us, or if he attempts to stop us, we're going to be in such trouble.
You could ask Zellie if she saw anything like that in a dream. I don't know.
Not in that, no.
Oh, we asked, did you see anything else in your dream? Like anything else about Winston?
Just dark forest is dry. His right arm is hurt and burnt. Yeah. Nothing else. It was a very short one.
Okay.
Unfortunately. About Winston, anyway.
Morwen, so am I to understand you're going to be accompanying us to the king under the hill?
She says that's correct. She had an agreement with Aragorn and Gandalf.
Can I ask why they didn't mention you to us, or if they didn't mention any assistance or anything like that?
She was instructed to stay here, to stay incognito, to venture out just to meet messengers. She wasn't allowed to have. She was told not to receive messages inside Mickleburgh. She had to travel out of Mickleburgh to actually receive messages, and she would travel in different directions and meet different messages on at different locations. Sometimes she would just go out and she would just find a message, like in a bottle or something like that, like buried or laid somewhere, like in a tree or something like that.
Okay.
And little messages would be left for her. Some of them were just like symbols, runic indications to say, like, they're 2 days away, they're 3 days away.
Right, okay. So they've been keeping tracks on us all the way through?
Yeah. She's been in communication with Elrond as well.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah?
Okay.
But she wasn't told your names, and she wasn't told who to look out for. Just in case that created some kind of suspicion, or some kind of if there were enemies in the camp, so to speak, then they couldn't anticipate her next move. Just leaving it all completely to chance. She was fairly certain she'd know who to look for, who to find and who to look for. Anyway, at least that's what Aragorn said. But yeah, her instruction was to get you to to assist you from this leg of the journey, from Mickleburgh to the Hall of the Elven Kings. After that, it's entirely up to her what she decides to do.
Fair enough. I finished my scone.
I've been nomming little bits of all my stuff the entire time, so I don't know how much I finished. Probably my toast.
Yeah.
And my crumpet. I left my muffin.
Eating. Olwe is pulling off pieces of bread, and she's leaving the crusts and eating the bread, and she's just washing it down with some sips of milk.
Olwe, why didn't you get something a little bit more substantial?
This is what she's used to eating. This is what she's used to.
But they've got fruit in it as well.
She might get some to take on the journey.
Okay.
We should stock up on a bit of foods, yeah.
We do need to re-gear ourselves for the woods.
I mean, the close thing to food in my bag right now is 5 beef jerkies.
Yeah, they're good.
And they're really salty.
Yeah, good.
No,
yeah,
it's salty.
Yep. We might need to just grab a few things before we head into. We head on the journey, further the journey to Mirkwood.
Yeah, I've travelled this place many and many a times now. Would I have seen certain shops for certain things? So if I was after a backpack, would I know roughly where to go?
That would be the leather worker.
I think we should also meet the kids too, see how they're doing. See if the boy's better now.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I don't know if
Well,
we
we've
should
got to go
get
out the
something.
road, so maybe.
I don't know if I should get something for them.
What, like a little parting gift?
Yeah.
Purely up to you.
Okay.
Well, are we going to be sticking together, or are we just splitting up?
Yeah, it's better if they stick together because everybody's a little suspicious of Morwen anyway, and she's not. Now she's actually made contact with you guys. She's no intention of actually staying here much longer. Always says, yeah, it's better to stick together. We don't know where Winston's at.
Well, what?
Well,
I had a lovely day yesterday.
Hey.
I had a lovely day yesterday morning.
Yeah, we don't know. We still don't know where Winston's at. So she says we better just stick together for that reason. But at
roughly, we know roughly.
Fair enough. No, we will stick together and we'll go out and we will get provisions. Do you think it would be worth us searching that burnt down place?
It was a costume shed.
Yeah. Well, whatever.
And everything was turned to ash and rubble.
So, I mean, do you think
I
it's
don't
worth us
think
going
there
through
is
them? Or?
no point in looking through that.
And what about back in his room? Do you think there's another point? Just a last check?
We
or-
went there and there was nothing.
Okay.
Cleaned out.
Right.
Nothing.
We will go shopping then.
okay, so
Shop till we drop.
I would like to head to the leather worker so I can go and see if he sells bags.
Okay,
I
shop,
know
shop,
my muffin and then, yeah, on the way.
shop till you drop there. So where are you heading first?
I would like to go to the leather worker.
Okay, so you
14, just to my left.
Yep. Head out of the.
Did you say farting?
14.
14?
It sounded like farting.
14.
Okay.
As he goes out, he farts.
Everybody. Okay, so the rest of the guys all get up ready to leave. Just before everybody gets ready to leave, Olwe downs the last of our milk.
Well, we'll wait until everyone's sort of ready and then we'll
Everybody's
get
more
up
or less ready. So look,
No rush.
let's just get going. It's the first part of a day. We might as well make good because I don't want to be like Mirkwood, nasty. Mirkwood at night,
Yes.
nasty.
Yes.
If
Okay.
it's anything that my dream showed, yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah.
Okay.
You're wanting to go to... Which one's closest? Is there a
14 to
place
my
that
left.
sells books?
Yes.
Like,
Well, there
books to
was
write in.
yeah, there is a
cartography, whatever it's called.
scribe.
Yeah, that one. Because I went past there. So I
Yes.
say, yeah, it's on the second tier. Was it second tier
like
or third?
it has
Can't
like
quite remember.
books that you can write
Scribe? Yeah, it's number 36.
in. Oh. Oh,
It's just it's just after the fortune teller's place. Remember?
Yes, that's
Yeah.
right. Just on the third tier.
Maybe, and like any places that you may have seen that have like little toys
There's not
Or
many
dolls.
toys around. It's more.
or stitch work. I don't know.
I don't think I saw anything with stitch work.
Or cute, tiny trinkets.
Cute tiny trinkets.
I mean, there's the near the there's like those little bits in there, but that's it really. I mean, what do you want trinkets for?
No, I'm just thinking of a possible parting gift for the kids.
I think the kids are probably okay for trinkets and all that.
You think?
Yeah, I don't think they need anything like that.
What do you think they need?
I have no idea, but I'm heading towards the.
That's very useful, Theo.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah, I like it.
I'm heading to the leather worker.
Okay.
Maybe like a tiny flute. Maybe they can learn.
And really annoy their grandma. Yeah. Boop 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 boop.
Anyway, we're going to Theo with the leathers first, aren't we?
Well,
Yeah, we're talking as we do all this.
Leather.
Leather worker.
Okay, so you head to the leather worker. You see the leather worker, he's got his stalls laid out at the front, he's got some satchels and some belts. And he's got harnesses and saddles and pouches, like purses and pouches and...
You know what I need? A belt.
A belt? Why do you need a belt?
Put more pouches on it. It feels weird just having like a backpack and that's it. Like, there's no belt. Where's my belt?
Well, you are wearing a dress.
A belt on top of the dress. A satch on the top of the dress. I don't know.
Oh dear.
Something to hang things on. That's not just my backpack.
So yeah, so what do we see backpack wise?
Backpack wise, you can see the ones that you like the rucksack style.
Yeah.
Yes, and they come in light leather and dark leather and black. You can see there is the side satchel as well, the one that hangs over one shoulder, like the school satchel style.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, you can see that there is the purse style. Yes, which basically
Okay.
you thread a belt through it and it sits on your waist. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you can see an assortment of well, you can see leather, like leather caps and leather hats.
Okay.
Okay.
How big are the ones that look like rucksacks?
They come in two sizes. They come in large and they come in medium. The medium one can hold something around, I don't know, maybe a good amount of gear, but they don't have the extra strappings on for things like tents and for bedroll and stuff like that.
Okay, I want the large one.
The larger ones hold a lot more gear, but they have special little buckles on for straps for carrying things like pots and pans, and for bedroll, and for tents, and for rope and things like that.
Yeah.
I feel like I carry a lot.
I would like to purchase one of those large ones.
Going to purchase a large one.
You
Yeah.
can carry more now. Yay!
A backpack. Okay, they carry around about 20 to 25 pounds worth of equipment.
Okay.
Okay. And it'll cost you 2 bronze pieces.
Yep. What about how much are the belt satchels as well?
A belt pouch, belt satchel, the one where you thread your belt through it.
Yeah.
It's basically a small. All you can do is you can store in that very small items such as keys, money, gloves.
Nuts.
Yeah, nuts, things like that. Small things. It's only a small purse kind of thing. It's got a little.
Yeah.
It's got a small little like lid on it which folds over, and there's no locking mechanism or anything like that. There's no velcro, no strip, no zip or anything like that. No buttons. It's just basically just stops the water getting in. That's all it'll do.
No, okay.
And that will cost you 1 copper piece.
I still feel like I need a belt in case I ever get a dagger in the end. I can just
Should we ask if he sells belts as well then?
He sells belts. Yeah, he sells belts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, hang like little like things I can just drag it out from there instead of just
I
having
would
a
like
big
to buy
ass,
the bag, big large bag for myself anyway.
big ass bag.
Alright, you can sort that out. You sort your
So that was, you say it was 2 bronze, did you? Or 1 bronze? I can't remember.
2 bronze.
2 bronze, there we go.
2 bronze for a large backpack. Let's have a look. Yeah, 2 bronze.
Or maybe like get gloves so I don't get the same injury of getting bitten on the hand again. Or make it harder to not bite my hand again.
Yeah, gloves. There's leather gloves. There's gloves. Yeah, he does do leather gloves, but
Fingerless leather gloves.
Well, you cut the fingers off yourself, but yeah.
I don't know. I'm going to ponder for 2 seconds.
Okay, you can see that there's various purses, belts, satchels, and gloves and hats, as well as raw pieces of leather.
Yeah, it'll probably be a belt with a pouch on it. And maybe a holster, I don't know. It depends on what I get in the future.
A holster.
I don't think I want a crappy dagger now. I'll just wait.
Okay.
Well, you don't want
don't
a crappy dagger, no, but you want to get something if you have to end up going close range.
Yeah. I don't think this is the leather place. We'll go to a weaponsmith later.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe they'll have... Would a weaponsmith give a holster with their daggers?
A scabbard.
Yeah.
But yeah, but that doesn't get tied onto the belt, does it?
It straps on. It's got like ringlets,
it does.
hoops on the back.
Okay.
Yeah, on the hoops.
That's
on the
why
back
I want a belt, so
and
then
you
I
would
strap
have to,
pouches and
yeah,
stuff.
you
on
would
it.
actually you would mount it on your belt, thread your belt through it, and then you'd be able to wear it. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll do that. I'll get a belt. And a pouch.
Yeah, belt.
For the belt.
A belt and a pouch. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
However much that's costs.
It's 2 copper. 1 for the belt, 1 for the pouch.
I'll
You've
give
got a
him
choice of
coppers.
colour. You can have him in black, you can have him in beige, or you can have him in brown.
What, no
Black.
blue?
Shush.
In black. Okay.
Yes.
In black. Yes.
Can't tell if that was a 6 or a 5 in my copper pieces.
Yeah. So that's how much.
There's a 5, so I put it as 3. Spent 2 copper. Yeah, so I can equip a belt. Yeah.
Put the belt. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, so you have a belt. Yes, you can put a belt on, and you have a small pouch on the left-hand side of your belt. The small little pouch can contain an awful lot of stuff. It can hold things like tobacco, herbs, it's loose change, sewing kit, tinderbox, small items like that. That's all it can carry. You can't shove swords in it or anything like that. You can't shove big things in it. Just small.
Oh,
items.
of course.
No, just small items.
Yeah.
Okay. Olwe is having a look through some of the shoelaces.
Okay.
Yeah, and considering whether she needs to replace hers.
Can I look down and see what they look like?
They still hold up. I mean, they still hold up. It's just they look a little like muddy now, and a little dirty, and a little like they're past their best. But she's considering whether she might need to purchase some long, thin strands of leather for things like that.
Where would a shop sell like a first aid kit I can get? Like bandages and stuff in case.
But they're the healing, House of Healing.
Oh, okay.
House of Healing would provide.
Yeah, that
you-
makes sense.
Yeah.
So, I'm going to ask Oi then, are you interested in buying the...
She's considering it. She says, it doesn't hurt to have some extra, like, probably about, they're only about a yard long each, these little small thin pieces of leather. And they've
I'll
got,
ask the guy how much they are as well.
they're not expensive, they're just like 2 tin pieces. They're just literally slips of leather that have been dried and dyed, and they can be used for multiple things, like repairing, like stitching leather together for sewing, or but always considering actually using them as replacement shoelaces. Yeah, she says she might get them. She might get those, so she picks them up and she's holding on to those, and she's having a look through some other bits and pieces as well.
Oh, I pretty much sorted what I needed from here anyway.
Okay. Olwe will buy her shoelaces. So Olwe has got 2 spare shoelaces, which she will replace her old ones with. Her old ones, you noticed, were like cotton.
Okay.
Yeah. So and considering they've been through deep snow, water, mud, rain, all that kind of stuff,
Yeah.
they start to become a little bit frail and they start to become a little bit thin. and she's considering upgrading them to leather ones. I mean, they don't look pretty, and they probably don't suit her shoe style, but at least there's a good chance that they'll last a little bit longer than what.
Would I have seen, before she purchases them, would I have seen an actual, like a place where they would have done those cotton sort of shoelaces before? Or because I've been around here so many times.
You haven't seen a cobbler's. You haven't seen a cobbler's. Yeah. It's not uncommon for people to use little thin pieces of leather to actually, like, as shoelaces, or to tie things together, like, you know, like a leather necklace or something like that, you know, like a leather strap or something like that.
Yeah, yeah.
And long, thin, 1 yard long, thin pieces of leather can be used for so many different things. Even if it's just tying a knot in the top of a bag or something like that, you know what I mean? So they do, obviously these get sold all the time. She's just considering whether to buy some, and she has bought some now. And use them as actual shoelaces.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay. Much like everything else in Middle Earth, if you see some items, just consider them. What else can they do? What else can they be used for? You will see some things from time to time. You think, well, if I know it's designed to do this, but I can also use it to do that.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Where do you want to head next?
Estel, what else do you reckon we were going to need for the woods? You've seen in your dream what the woods look like. Morwen, I'm guessing you probably have been near the woods.
She's been in and out a couple of times. They are...
Can you advise us on what we may or may not need?
Oh god. The woods. They were the nicest woods once over, but they seem to be getting worse and worse. There are lots of brambles and lots of thickets and bent and twisted trees.
So looking at is Olwe in a skirt or a dress? I can't remember.
Olwe is in like black leggings, black trousers, pants.
Okay, so then I sort of motion to Morwen. So do you reckon these two need to get some more trouser sort of wear? Because one's in a dress and the other one is like leggings sort of thing. Do you reckon they need to gear up on the actual clothing?
Yeah, if you're thinking that there is like the nettles, the brambles, and the thorns, which seems to be choking everything in Mirkwood. Yeah, they will shred fabric. They will shred. Yeah, they will. It's just the nature of the forest. These are inch-long, needle-like blackthorns, and they are stretched amongst the trees. There's holly rather than ivy growing in there. There is brambles, very, very thick, spiky brambles, nettles. Anything that's got a sharp point and stings in there is choking the forest. It seems to be wrapping its vines around some of the older trees and seems to be like reaching up and blocking the sunlight out, and it's just really dark in there. So when you're going through Mirkwood, any soft fabrics or soft clothing will be ripped to shreds. It will be torn. Yeah.
Right. So where would that be? Would that be in the same place?
I do have a spare
or?
shirt and pants. But...
Yeah. It's loose stuff. So if you got a cloak or a cape or anything that trails or anything like that, you don't want anything that trails. Anything that trails along the ground, just don't even think about taking. Anything you want to basically keep everything from the knee down clear.
Okay.
I'll just wear my spare shirt and pants then. Right?
Yeah, you need to be able to maneuver quite well because some of the... a good thing to be able to get through this forest would be a machete or an axe.
Well, maybe we'll go to the weapons... Well, we're going to go to the weaponsmith anyway to have a look for the dagger and that.
Just to be able to clear a path. Because where there was once paths... I mean, there still is paths. There still is routes to be able to get
maybe overgrown stuff.
They're just so overgrown and twisted, and the trees have been choked of life and of nutrients. And
I'm buying leather gloves then. Because if I wear pants and top and gloves, yay. Sorry.
The choked of all the vegetation seems to be choked of life, and it just seems to be creeping, like with its vines and its brambles and stuff like that, and it seems to be creeping across the ground and then ensnaring anything that goes in there and destroying everything. There is still paths, but those paths are crisscrossed with brambles and vines and blackthorns and things like that.
Okay.
How much was the leather gloves that I can chop off the fingers off?
1 copper piece.
Unless I buy 2 and chop one of them's fingers off. So 2 copper pieces.
2 copper pieces for the gloves. And they come in black, they come in beige, and they come in brown. Okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's always either black or brown, because brown would fit and black would fit. I don't know. And I already got a black belt and I don't know.
Get black gloves.
And I would get black gloves. But I don't know if I should have gone brown belt and then brown gloves.
Nah, you'd be fine.
God.
Black, 2 black gloves.
So while she's doing that, I will start walking out
2
of
more
the leather
coppers.
shop.
Gone.
Well, I'll start walking up the road again.
I have 1 copper left. In the copper section
Oh, okay.
of my monies.
Yes.
Yeah, well, you're not poor, so don't worry.
No. I'm filthy rich.
Remember, you can't lag saying I haven't got any money because Theo was there when you got handed the 5 gold.
No, I'm just saying I don't have it. I have 1 more copper piece left.
Okay, so can we start walking up to the
I'm wearing my
blacksmith?
glove. Yeah.
Weaponsmith's area?
Weaponsmith, sorry.
Yeah, sure.
Is everyone okay for clothes now then?
If I'm just going to wear my space shirt and trousers, yeah.
Yeah.
Unless you want something more durable. But I don't think that's the
Maureen,
point.
does it look okay?
That means I'll be
with the-
carrying 3 sets of clothes.
I know, but I don't know what Maureen has been through it, so I'm waiting her judge. Yes, those spare pants and that will be okay, or do you need soft leather?
Was that to me? I'm
all of you.
confused.
Oh,
Oh,
yes.
to all of us.
Yeah. So I'm saying, like, do they need soft leather instead of this spare pants and that? I mean,
Well, Morwen's
What-
okay. Morwen's got a ranger outfit.
yeah. No, I'm asking her. Like, is Estel and Olwe okay for that sort of thing? I mean, will that be okay to get through? Like,
What they've got is okay to get through, but what she's saying is, when they do get through, it will be trashed.
so yeah,
So
just
I
make sure you're not
should-
wearing your nice stuff as you go through.
Yeah,
it
spare
will be
shirt and
trash.
spare pants, man.
Because the thorns and the brambles and the nettles and all that kind of stuff will just get caught up into it. Plus a lot of the seeds that fall from the trees and from the plants, so like sticky jats, they stick to that particular type of clothing.
Okay.
Pollen and stuff like that. So it will get dirty, it will get messy. You'll have leaves in there, you'll have seeds in there, you'll have pollen in there, and you'll have like berries and bramble in mud and rain, and it will be trashed. Whereas leather can be just quickly wiped down and cleaned.
Yeah.
Yeah, just the undergarments, the soft material, that they will be like good for nothing by the time you get to the other side.
Okay. Well, I'm good. So
You good? So you heading towards the weaponsmiths, yeah?
Yeah,
I think so.
Yep.
Okay. So you head towards the weaponsmiths. You arrive outside the weaponsmiths.
Okay.
Wandering through the streets, you can see it's a normal kind of market taking place. You see the regular folk that you have seen in and out of the taverns and whatnot. While you were doing your investigation, they don't bat an eyelid. They just pass you in the street. None of them say hello. They just like get on with their own business. And you see new characters as well, which you assume have come in from outside. And that's as you arrive at the weaponsmiths. Morwen asks, "What are you needing here?"
Well, Estel would like
A
a small
chassis and a
dagger, and
small
I'm thinking
dagger.
maybe a short sword or something.
Okay.
Yeah. What do we see weapon-wise? What's around?
Weapon-wise, this is a very typical weaponsmith. You see spears, daggers, broadswords, hand axes, battle axes on sale, and they are all of normal, average, everyday quality.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, either a short sword or a dagger. I don't know. Unless you get the short
There's
sword, and I
nothing
get the
really
dagger.
fancy about them. They all have wooden handles with a bit of leather strapped around them. All
It's basically
steel.
only just to carve back all the vine stuff as we need to go through.
Yeah,
really.
you're gonna
My
use it.
dagger's like last like if I have to,
Okay, you can see an assortment of small daggers. There's
other than just stabbing a arrow in something.
everything is very well made, but not elegantly made.
Yeah.
This is a place where survivalists come to for trading and for hunting and things like that. It's not a like a fashionable place. Okay, so everything is practically made, not elegantly made. Okay, so they won't have extra little inscriptions or little pictures and things like that, and little patterns on the hilts and handles. There's no gemstones embedded into them. Everything seems to be of good quality, but no bonuses. No bonuses. Everything is fairly normal. You see a selection of daggers, and they're all approximately the same price. They are 3 silver pieces each.
How much are the spears, the polearm things?
With their scabbard, whatever.
With the scabbard, you can buy an extra little pouch for it for 4 silver pieces.
So in total 7 silver pieces.
No, 4 silver pieces.
Oh.
If you want a dagger on its own, it's 3. If you want the little pouch that it sits in, which is a small little leather pouch, it's an extra silver piece.
Makes sense.
Again, it's a small little leather pouch. It comes in black, and it's just designed to fit that particular dagger. So if you put a bigger dagger in, it won't fit, obviously. So
I guess I get the one that has like a wrapped black around it to match with my belt.
Yep, that's 4 silver pieces if you want the little scabbard to go with it.
Yeah. I'll have to give 4 silver pieces away. Are you sure?
Yeah, 4 silver pieces. And that's a small dagger. Spears?
Yeah, how much are the spears?
The spears are 2 silver.
Now, the spear, are they just literally just thrown, or would I be using?
No, you can use them.
polearm?
You can use them as a polearm to joust with and to jibe.
My last silver piece.
Yeah, so you can use them to deflect at reach, or to inflict damage at reach, or you can throw it.
Okay.
Dagger.
Well, I won't be throwing it, but
Okay. It's
okay.
an
So
iron,
they're 2.
there's an iron spearhead on it. It's about 3 inches long. It's just a flat point, pretty much just a flat piece of steel that goes to a point.
Yeah.
It's only about 1 inch wide. It's not beautifully decorated. It's a piece of acacia wood.
Yeah.
So
okay, and what are the short swords? How much are they?
a short sword, they're all around about 7 silver pieces each.
Wow. Okay, and axes, you said. Are they one-handed axe or two-handed
No,
axe?
the hand axes. They're basically they are just small little one-sided hand axe. Yeah, it can be used for combat, or it can be used for like chopping logs or for taking down branches and things like that.
And how much are they?
They are 5 silver pieces each.
Quite expensive here, isn't it?
More than the leathers, huh?
Yeah.
To leather go.
Anything else?
I will purchase one of his axes.
Okay, hand axe.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Which was what? 5.
5 silver pieces for a hand axe.
I will purchase one.
Yeah, one-handed, heavy-headed, heavy-ended hand axes. Good for chopping logs, sticks, branches, that kind of thing.
Yeah. Okie dokie.
Yeah.
Anything else?
I'm good here now.
Okay.
Olwe, Estel, good? Sorted?
Always fine, although she could probably maybe grab a few extra arrows.
So
Yeah, I was thinking, should I get extra arrows?
I will show them where the Fletcher is.
Hey.
And then we walk to the Fletcher. Because I know where that is, because I was asking about fire arrows and...
Okay.
Did we already go past the shop that sells the books?
Yes,
No,
we
that's
did.
tier 3.
Yeah, we're on tier
Well,
3.
it depends which way it went.
Yeah.
Yeah, so...
It's a few buildings along.
Yeah, so but you can go to that one if you want before we go to the Fletcher.
Yeah, because it's
I think the
closer.
Fletcher is down one.
Okay, you want to go to the... Which one do you want to go to? The Fletcher or the...
Go to the book first.
The book place, because it's closer.
Okay, we're going to the book first. We're going to the scribe. He has various pieces of rune paper, parchments. He has journals, but all the journals seem to be blank
Yeah, like
diaries.
a small blank diary journals. I
Diary
want those.
journals, yes.
Yeah.
Or like sketchbooks kind of thing.
Yeah.
He also sells the inks and the quills that go with those, as well as graphite pencils.
I want a graphite pencil.
I want a graphite pencil as well, actually, so how much are they?
God. Okay.
I'm also going to get a little book, a little diary book.
A little diary book.
Ah,
Actually, no,
I
I don't need a diary book because I've got the other guy's ledger. I've got the dead.
What?
I've got the dead guy's ledger. His little book he was writing in to say where
Winston's
people.
poetry book.
No,
I
yeah.
have it.
I've got
I
the.
have his poetry book.
Yeah, I've got
but
the dead guy one. Oh, what was
can't
it?
remember what
It was
the
being
dead guy-
used for like 500 gold pieces at this place and blah blah at this place and blah blah at this place.
Oh!
The Kingsman.
Oh,
The
I had
Kingsman.
yeah, him.
Kingsman's
I've got
Ledger.
his book, so I use that.
Oh God.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah, I'll rip the first few pages out and yeah.
Okay.
So I'm...
A graphite pen. Okay, you write the scribes, and you can see he sells all these kinds of things: inks, quills, graphite pencils, various pieces of paper, parchments, journals, diaries.
Is it like a leatherback journal? Diary thing?
Some of them are
That's black
expensive.
pages.
One, yeah, some of them are. It depends on how many pages you want. But yeah, you can just leather bound, blank journals, and they vary in style and in price. You can have a small one with 100 pages. Or you can work your way up to the very large ones, which are 500 pages, and they are
I'm going
quite
with a small
large,
one.
and they've got locks built into them.
I want a small one.
A small one of 500 pages is 1 gold piece.
How thick is that? Like,
100 pages.
yeah.
Yeah. Leather-bound small journal of 100 sheets of paper is 1 gold piece.
1 gold piece.
Mm.
With the graphite pencil.
He'll give you the graphite pencil if you buy the journal.
Yeah. Well, what? Is it like a brown leatherback, or is it like...
Is it black, brown,
Is it
beige?
blue?
He has brown, he has black, and he has green.
Black, please.
How much are the graphite pencils on their own?
Graphite pencil is 1 silver. So yeah, if you want the journal, he'll give you a pencil to go with the journal of 100 sheets.
Yes.
And
1 gold piece, right?
it's 1 gold piece. Yeah, paper is extremely expensive. Blank paper is extremely expensive.
Mm.
Okay, I write that down. Yay, I got myself a journal.
Okay.
I've sort of skimped on the book, but yeah.
Skimmed on the book.
Yeah, well, I'm recycling.
No, you're recycling. A lot of people do that. A lot of people will do that kind of thing. It's like
Can Estel not use the poetry book? Or is it all completely destroyed inside? Or
It's not destroyed.
it's not
It's
destroyed. It's just filled up with like information about it written in black speech.
oh,
Yeah.
okay. Oh, yeah, that's right, yeah. Okay, no worries. Anyway, I give him 1 silver for the graphite pencil.
Okay, you got 1 graphite pencil.
Yeah.
Yeah. 1 graphite pencil. You use a small dagger or a small knife to sharpen it when it starts to go blunt. You can resharpen it approximately 12 times.
Okay.
Okay.
Shall I get 2 then?
And you can resharpen it about 12 times. You probably...
Oh wait, that's a really long time.
It's a long time. 1 graphite pencil will probably do 100 pages.
Yeah. So
100
1
pages
is
of
fine.
writing, so don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Okay. He does do the inks,
Okay.
and inks and quills as well, so...
Nah, I'm not wanting for inks or quills.
No.
This pencil. Draw and notes and everything.
Okay. Anything else that you probably need? Always not particularly interested in writing down information. Or making memoirs.
What about a map? Of
Yeah.
the
He's got some maps, yeah.
to identify where stuff is inside the forest and that.
Don't we have always map?
You do have Always map.
Is that detailed as well?
Always map is incredibly detailed. She got that from Elrond.
Oh yeah. Okay, yeah, I don't bother then. I was like, oh no, we've got a better one actually, so don't worry.
Always, I've seen Always map. Always map's incredibly detailed.
I did.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
Yeah, it's incredibly detailed. She got that from Elrond, although it might not be entirely up to date. Yeah, because the maps in Middle Earth are created on by people that travel. You know, like drawing new locations and going out there and basically discovering things. Maps are made up in that manner. There's no ordnance survey or anything like that going out and doing like proper measurements. It's just like ... castles here somewhere. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So they're very, very like not really to scale. And just very generalised, but so there's no way you can possibly get an up-to-date map.
Okay.
But Always one is the most detailed one you can get.
That's fine. Yeah, I'm fine for maps then for now.
You okay for maps? Okay. Do you want any canvases?
What
Any
paint
paints?
pictures?
Nope.
No, I'm good.
No paints?
I think that's
No, I'm
all.
good. Yeah. So, should we go to the Fletcher? Hang on, where was the Fletcher again? I can't remember.
Fletcher
Was it
is
down one?
this one here.
Oh, no, okay, yeah. Ooh,
Yeah.
go to the Fletcher.
Okay, you head to the Fletcher.
Yeah,
It's just
I'm
down
off
round
it.
the corner. Yeah.
Yep.
He has longbows. He has arrows. He can make some high quality
Oh, will he?
items, but it'll take him a week.
Found you the Fletcher for you.
Yeah, she's bought 10 replacement normal arrows for 1 gold piece.
Wow. 1 silver each.
He also does smoke arrows, flame arrows, and humming
Mm.
as well as regular.
I'm sitting outside on the
What's
curb.
the humming bulb do?
The humming bulb, it's basically got something like a cotton bobbin, about 1 inch behind the head of the arrow, and as it goes through the air, the wind spins it, and it's got a hole on the side of it. It whistles.
It's like an alert arrow thing, you know, like
So
a
you hear it
signal.
goes, "Meow," like a wee kind of thing through the air until it hits the target, and when it hits the target, it stops making its whistling sound.
And then the next sound you hear is ah!
Or whatever gets hit by it.
Dong.
It's kind of like it's not a practical weapon because as soon as it's fired, you know the direction the sound's coming from, and you know there's an arrow on its way. So it's used just for signaling, just for sending from one location to another, like
Or a distraction.
or a distraction. Yes, I mean if he had hundreds of them, and you all fired at once, you'll hear the screaming sound coming through the air. Yeah. Just all the screaming whistles just coming down, okay. But he has flame arrows as well, which is basically just a bit of tar and binding at the end of it, which can be lit and then fired, and it leaves a black vapor trail in the sky. And wherever it hits, it sticks to and just sets itself on fire.
That would be dangerous to have next to exploding arrows, wouldn't it?
It might do. As long as you don't have them lit, you have to actually physically light them, so you must have a naked flame. Okay? They're usually siege weapons. They're used for attacking buildings.
Should we have like a lighter?
Well, somebody would start a fire or start a brazier or something like that, and then set fire to something. Then you have the normal bolt arrows, which are basically just standard, straightforward arrows. Yes, and then he has he's just finished manufacturing some smoke arrows,
which releases smoke as it hits something.
When it hits a target, it envelops that area in a 10-foot radius smoke screen.
Well, that's cool.
Okay, they're white.
How much are the smoke ones?
The smoke ones. How many do you want?
Get a discount if you buy more.
Well, like, it's a batch of 10, buy one, get one free.
A batch of 10 will cost you 3 gold pieces.
Batch of 5.
Batch of 5 is 1 gold, 5 silver.
Literally half of 3 gold.
Yeah. They're 3 silver pieces each.
3 silver pieces.
Meanwhile, Theo's outside. He's got some nuts left in his pocket, so he's cracking them and eating them.
Okay. You see people just moving down the street, doing their.
I do the
trading.
occasional morning and see if anyone replies.
Yeah, a couple of people say morning and kind of tip the hat. So people just smile at you and see you just go by. It just seems like a normal, typical day. It's like the last 3 days. They've just been completely different. Just do not know. Shit, I forgot to do it again. It's like, what happened in the last 3 days? If you're convinced that if you were going to ask somebody, like, did you hear about that thing that happened? That thing that happened the other day. They were like, "Yeah, that was yesterday."
Okay. That's cool.
3 silver pieces each, Daddy, for smoke arrows.
Would you make any use of an iron arrow I have? Rod arrow that I have.
A what?
Maybe I should have gave it to the weaponsmith to melt down into something, but like one iron rod arrow.
1 iron rod arrow?
Yeah.
The one she found in the woods near the troll.
Oh.
You know when we were getting
It was an orc
the
arrow
goat?
thing.
Oh, an iron one.
Yeah.
It's just a kind of like a Frankenstein kind of arrow. It's just made out of bits. Yeah, iron rod with an iron point on it.
So it's not worth anything to them.
It's not worth a great deal, no. It'd be incredibly heavy.
Because I want to get rid of it.
Just get rid of it. Just get rid of it.
Just throw it away.
Just get rid of it. Yeah, it's just an orc arrow. Orcs have a tendency to use whatever they manufacture what they can, and they're not very good manufacturers. And they make do with what they've got.
Just to discount like 2 tin off of the price.
Well, then he's got to go and get it smelted, though, isn't he? Then remember, this is a Fletcher, not a blacksmith or anything.
That's what I'm thinking. I was like, maybe go to the back of the I don't know.
Now, so yes, he's got humming bulb ones, which is for signalling. And you can only signal within range of how far you can fire. He's got normal arrows, normal like flat leaf ones. He's got.
The thing is, I don't think I need to refill my normal arrows because I have a lot of
normal arrows
those.
are fine. Yeah, the green ones.
Yeah.
So
I'm just thinking if I should get some special ones.
The only special ones he has are, say, the humming bulb, which is used for signalling.
The humming, the smoke, and the fire one.
The flame ones are basically just wadding wrapped around the end of an arrow. And they are dipped in tar until they solidify to a solid wax. And what you do is you heat that up until it ignites. And as soon as it ignites, you basically launch the goddamn thing. It leaves a black vapor trail in the sky. The only thing that is, it leaves a black vapor trail in the sky. So once it's been fired, even if it doesn't hit the target and it hits something and sets it on fire, it knows where direction it came from.
So, why Estel's doing all this? Could I either... Is there a place where I could think I would learn books or languages or anything like that?
There's no library here. There's no...
Could I go back to the scribe and ask him if he has any... anything that has spells, anything that has languages, anything like that? Like different types of languages. If he's got any scribe books that might have him.
He doesn't have any like usable, any interesting books. Yeah.
When you say
paper.
interesting.
Yeah, he provides
Empty.
blank blank journals, blank diaries, address
and I wouldn't
books,
have seen anywhere around the town that
paper.
does this sort of
Yeah,
stuff.
he doesn't sell any books with any actual writing in them. He does sell maps, and the maps are copied from like facsimiles of other maps.
Yeah.
And he sells the equipment to be able to allow people to put information into those books. And people use those books for different things. Some people use them for like invoicing, or for inventory, or for keeping accounts right, or for like arranging finances, or property, all that kind of stuff. They use them for so many different things. Some of them do use them for writing letters.
Okay, no, that's fine. But there's no library.
But there's no actual. No, this place doesn't have an actual library. It's not big enough to have a library.
Crappy little town place this is.
It is really on the outskirts of a frontier. So bear that in mind.
Yeah. No, okay, that's fine. I then I walk back.